This is what I'm going to be chalking on. Yes, we are chalking. Hi, Cassie. Hey, hey. We're making door tags. Have you seen these? I've never made one. I don't have one, but I've seen them out there, and they're really cool looking. Instead of a wreath, people are hanging different kinds of things on their front doors, and they look awesome. So we're going to use, hey, gal, how are ya? So I thought I would try my hand at making them, and I had fun going down the basement and working with my power tools because it's been a while. They were missing me. They were all dusty. I had to dust them off and change the blades and everything because it's been so long. But it was fun. It was fun making these. So I'm doing a craft show soon. I think I'm going to make a bunch if everybody likes these. So we'll see. You haven't seen them, Cassie? Okay. Cool. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to use these as my surface. And like I said, they're just plywood. I painted them, sanded them, added a little bit. Ooh, I didn't wax them. They feel pretty smooth. I don't know. I probably won't wax them because they feel pretty smooth. I sanded them pretty well. So I'm not too concerned with wood fibers or anything like that. And then I'm using, I forgot to put it, well, no, there wasn't room. I am going to use a piece of the big, well, it's called the mini buffalo check. And it's a big sheet. I think it's 18 by 18. And this one is just cut down into a smaller, more manageable piece. So I'm going to be using this on one of the tags. And you're probably thinking, well, that's not big enough. You're right. It's not. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it anyway. We'll work it out. So I'm going to use that on one. And then on the other one, I'm going to use hello in the right direction. So we have a choice. There's this hello, which I'm kind of leaning towards this hello. I like how it's in the box. And it'll probably go like this. But we also have this hello, which it's okay. And then we have this hello, which is more of a scripty hello. What do you think of that one? And then they're going to be attached kind of together like this. I'll hot glue them or something. And then they're going to have a big, you're going to help me make a layered bow. And that will be at the top, a big loopy pretty bow. So that's how it's going to go. That's the plan. We'll see how the execution goes. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And I think, excuse me, I think I am going to go with this hello. If you're watching me for the first time, give me a new so that I can welcome you in here and tell you a little bit about Chalk Couture. If you're watching the replay, welcome to the replay. And I'm going to change my view so that you can see. Whoops. There we go. So that you can see my work surface. All right, I think I'm going to work on the buffalo check one first. There was a little oops here with the paint. Oops. So I'm going to use this one with the all over. What's going on with my voice? With the all over buffalo plaid. So like I said, this isn't big enough, but we'll make it work. Okay, I'm going to take that off the backer and put the backer to the side. And then I am going to lay this down on my board like so. And hopefully I'll be able to just line this up, you know, and kind of like match to the seams, so to speak. Oh, this is new. Welcome. Welcome in to my live Chalk Couture demo. I am using Chalk Couture's reusable silkscreen transfers. They come in a package like this. The back always has the instructions, the use and care on the back in case you forget. And I am using one of the bigger transfers called Mini Buffalo Check. It's cut down. It's a big sheet and I just cut this one down. The transfers go down on a surface and you just work out any bubbles or wrinkles, just like any other kind of stencil, but these are better because they're adhesive on the back, they're silkscreen, and they're reusable. Okay, there's no open areas in this. There's no holes like a regular stencil. The chalk paste goes through nice and evenly. You get nice crisp lines, hopefully, with the silkscreen. Now, the reason I said hopefully is because you got to make, everything's got to be right. I mean, it's easy, but you just got to make sure that your transfer is laid down without wrinkles and bubbles, and that it's well adhered. It's not going to shift. Now, I'm going to be using the Chalkology Paste. Chalk paste goes on wet, dries hard, and once it's dry, it is not removable. I mean, it is removable. You can wash it off. So it goes on wet, dries hard, but it's removable. Let me show you. Oh, here. I did this morning, and the chalk paste went on wet, dries hard, and then you can't smudge it. Okay, it's not like regular chalk, but you can wet it down and wash it off, which is pretty off of most surfaces. Okay, painted surfaces you might have a little more trouble, but like chalkboards, really slick surfaces, it will come off. Okay, I think I have that smoothed out good enough. So now I opened up my chalk paste. I'm going to give this a stir. This needs to be about the consistency of yogurt. This one seems a little thick. So I'm going to add some distilled water with my spray bottle and give it a stir. This one's full, so I'm being really careful. I opened up a new jar that wasn't all that new. It had been in my inventory for a little bit. So there we go. Easily comes back to life. Since there's some on this stir stick, well, there's still some thickness down there. A little bit more water. I'm going to just use my stir stick and just wipe it off on the transfer. Okay. Then I'm going to spread the chalk paste, oops, with a squeegee. These are the rubber squeegees. They have a slanted angle here, angled, and this is what you use to spread the chalk paste down over your design. Just like a buttering bread, buttering toast. So if you can butter toast, you can do this. You just spread it into a nice thin layer. You want to work kind of quickly. You don't, it's not like brushing on paint where you're, you just in long strokes to get this covered. And you want to remove the transfer while the chalk paste is still wet. So if you have a bigger design like this, you want to lift this up a little bit just to get it loosened. Like break the seal is kind of what I say. And then I'm just going to gently lay it back down. Then I'm going to add some more chalk paste here. And go back to my buttering toast. You get what I mean. This is so easy. So easy. If you've not tried this, I guarantee you can do it. My 5-year-old granddaughter does it with me. Anybody can do this. The trick is to just get it thin enough so that you can see the design underneath this chalk paste. So that way you know you've got it thin enough. I'm getting the bottom edge. I got to work quickly here before this starts to dry. Because if it starts to dry and you peel up the transfer, you could lift some of your design up and you won't be happy. All right, that's good enough. Are we ready for, I saw a little bubble there, so I'm a little skeptical. Oh, not too bad. A little bit of smudge here and there, but not bad. Okay, so what happens now? It is. Isn't that pretty? All right, so I want to do the whole board, I think. What do you guys think? Should I do the whole board? Well, while you're thinking about that, and there's like a 15-20 second delay from the time I ask a question till I get your answers, I'm going to move on to the other board. In the meantime, I'll just put this transfer off to the side, okay? And I'll just line it back up and move it along and like match the seams, like if you were sewing or something, just to match up the seams. So you decide whether I should do the whole board or just put like a border across the top, like a line, which would look pretty cool actually, because I don't think you're going to see too much of that because of the bow. But in the meantime, I'm going to set it aside and get out my other tag. This tag is going to get the hello, and I decided to use this hello. And the products, all the products that I'm using today are going to be listed. Like if you know, when you make a comment, you say hi or whatever, you're going to get into my subscription service. You have the option of opting out of that, but you'll get links to all of the products, which is pretty cool. All right, and then you can also be notified of every time I go live if you want. You think I should do the whole thing? Where did I get my boards? I made these out of plywood, but I have seen them at Hobby Lobby, sells them, the blank boards, but I cut them myself out of plywood. So if you have access to if you're a woodworker or have access to saws, like I used my scroll saw, and then to get the big holes, I have a drill press, because I used to be a woodworker. All right, so I'm going to, this hello has never been used. So here's what I do. If I've not used the transfer yet, I flip it over and, oh darn, I think my Sharpie's in the other room. Let me check. Well, here's, nope, I have one. Then I write on the back of it with a Sharpie what it is, and this is hello. So the reason I do this is twofold. First of all, I do it so that when I'm done with the transfer and I've washed it and it's dried, I know that it will go back on this backer sheet on this side, not on the side I wrote on, because there's a difference. This side is shiny, this side is dull, and if you accidentally put it on the wrong side, it could ruin your transfer. Ask me how I know that. So you want to make sure. And then it also, if you're working with other ladies or men or whoever, if you're working with a bunch of other crafters and you're making things and you're all sharing your transfers, then you can identify which backer goes to which transfer, because I do workshops and that happens to me all the time. So where's that backer? All right, so this is brand new. So it is extremely sticky. Do you see how sticky that is? All right, so I want to soften that stick a bit. How about that? Stick a bit. I want to soften this stick, the stickiness of this transfer. So I'm going to lay down this fuzzing cloth, which is just a fancy Chalk Couture terry cloth towel in our signature teal color. You could also use a hand towel. You can use your pants, your jeans, your shirt, anything that has a little bit of lint to it. And just smooth that down to pick up a little bit of lint on the back. And that just makes it easier to remove from your hard, non-porous surface. Okay? Just softens that stick. Now, when you soak this in a water bath to clean off the chalk paste, the lint will wash off also, so don't worry about it. Don't worry that you're like not going to have a sticky transfer, because I promise you will. These transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times, and I have found that mine last even longer if I take good care of them. Now I'm going to put this hello down at an angle, and I'm thinking my bow is going to be pretty big and loopy, so I'm going to make sure to get that down towards the bottom. Okay, smooth this out. You know, chalk paste gums comes in, I think 30 some different colors, and I'm sure I have every single one of them, and I've been using mostly black and white. The last couple of days, like, why do I have all these colors? But that's not true. I did use different colors this morning on that bug. All right, that VW bug and the leaves. Same thing, I'm just going to grab some chalk paste with this stir stick. Hey, if you wouldn't mind hitting the share button while you're watching me, I'd really appreciate that, because that means more people will see this, and that's good for me because Facebook gets kind of stingy sometimes with who they show things to. So if you wouldn't mind sharing, I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you have a friend who you're like, oh my God, this person would absolutely love this, go ahead, tag them. Tag them so that they can watch it, and maybe they're not home now, but they come home from work and they see that you tagged them in something and they can watch it. And they'll thank you. And I thank you. So I'm spreading this out. And any excess chalk paste on my squeegee, I just put right back in the jar. We don't waste around here. All right. There we go. Now we're going to lift off this transfer while the chalk is still wet. And here comes the big reveal. Are you ready? See how that's still sticky even though I've buzzed it a couple of times? I like this. It looks like a rubber stamp, doesn't it? Like a big rubber stamp had come down and stamped hello on it. I kind of like that on a tag. So here is my still sticky transfer with chalk paste all over it. So what I'm going to do is put this in a water bath. It's right beside me. So what that is just a dishpan with a little bit of water in it. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'll show you. Let me move hello over so I don't get it all slopped up. So this is what I do. I put it in this pan, just swoosh it around a little bit. That gets off the chalk paste. Now, you'll have some like whiteness from the chalk paste or whatever color you're using, like will stain a little bit the transfer, but that's not going to hurt it. That doesn't affect the usability of it. It doesn't, as long as you've got all of the chalk paste out of that silk screened area, you're good. So this is what I do. I just get it off with my fingers, and then the back, you know where that fuzz was? I can already feel it. I can feel it under my thumbs, like just coming off. And then as this air dries, it'll dry real sticky again. And then once it's dry, I put it back on the backer sheet and use it a bunch more times. So you just rub the fuzz off, and you can feel it under your finger. You could probably see it too. That fuzz just comes right off. So no need to worry that you're not going to have a sticky transfer, because you will. Okay, I'm just going to put that back down there, and I'll finish cleaning those off later. Okay. Paper towel. Wipe my hands. Now, Gal says, finish that pattern. Well, let's see if it's dry. All right, so here is the first one. Let's see if it's dry. Try my fingers. Yeah. So I don't want to mess around with this. If this chalk paste were still wet, I wouldn't want to mess around. But since it's now dry, it's safe to lay this back down. Now, what I'm going to try to do is line this up. Let's see, we got to go this way. Ay. This might not be perfect, but it will be all right. This one, oh, I think I have to go the other way. It's not going to work that way. Okay, lines, lines. That one has lines. Yep. I think I got it. I think I've got it. Oh, darn it. Well, I was close. Okay. This design does not leave a lot of blue where it's actually sticking to the surface. So you've kind of, with this design, you kind of have to hold on to it while you're smoothing it out and adding the chalk paste. I'll show you what I mean. Like, I'm going to hold it like right here and apply my chalk paste, but I don't want it to move around. And because it's sticky, you're probably thinking, well, it shouldn't, it's sticky. However, look at this pattern. There's not a whole lot of it is sticky because of the pattern. Does that make sense? So I hope I lined this up all right. If not, it'll be good enough for me. Okay, I'm holding on to this transfer so it doesn't shift. And it probably won't at this point, but because I'm live, it will. I'll mess it up and be like, oh darn. Not that I've never messed up on here. If you've been around a while, you know I have. And you can see there. We're getting close to the edge. I'm just dipping my squeegee right into the jar of chalk paste. Did I get all the way to the edge yet? Not yet. Come on. I think I've got it. All right. I think. All right, you guys, let's see. Let's see. How did we do? Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it in a water bath with the other one, and I'll clean those later. I won't make you hang out and help me wash my my transfers. You're welcome. I love sharing this stuff. I do. I just love it. Okay, so here's my board, and we're going to let that dry. And then my hello, that one's done. Now, I can't really do anything until this board is dry, so I'm going to set both these boards aside while we make the bow, okay? Now, anybody that's been around me knows that I have been practicing my bow making. Because Lord knows I need to practice. I am not a bow maker, but I'm getting better. Getting better at it with the help of the Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. Don't laugh. And I lost one dial, but this really helps me. I have discovered that my problem, which I have a lot of problems, but one of my problems with bow making is I wasn't getting the loops even. Like when I try to do it like freehand, like people have tried to show me, and they make it look so easy, but not for me. So here's what we're doing. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Ugh. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on this. I love this black and white buffalo check, along with this. What do you call it? It's kind of. I hope there's enough of this. Let me look. Ooh, I don't know. Hold on a minute. There might not be enough of that. Let me grab another. Okay, here's one similar. Here, this is, I don't know where this came from, but this is 9 feet. So we should have enough in there. And that's similar. Close enough. Thank you, Margaret. I don't know where that came. I was sneezing a lot when I was cutting out these boards because of the sawdust flying. My nose wasn't used to it. Okay, so here's what I do. I'm going to start out layering my bows, and then, oh wait, I need a wire. Or actually, I'm going to use I saw this tip to use these things. What are they called? Zip ties. So I'm laying a zip tie in there because I can get it real. And that was another thing. I wasn't tying the middle tight enough. So I know what my mistakes are. So I want a pretty good size bow. So now you have to flip it so that when you, well, I don't even think I need to flip it because we're going to be separating out, I think, all of these. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't think. We'll find out. I have no idea what I'm talking about because I feel like I'm talking nonsense to myself, but that's pretty much what I understand. Okay, so I'm doing 3 inches. There's like little markers on the side here. So oh no, that was 4. I'm going to 4. I'm going to 4 inches, and if it doesn't work out, then well, we'll start over. 4. Okay, oh, there's the 4-inch mark there. Now, back through. I'm trying to decide, how many loops do you think? Are any of my bow maker friends on here? You were watching Crazy Maisie Creation with the Bows and the Puppy Reese. Mine always look like a hot mess. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I've watched so many YouTube videos and people in person, and oh man, I'm losing my spools of ribbon. I hope this works out. Okay, so this is going to be the second loop over here, and I don't know, the next ones I might flip. I don't know. We'll see. Back in this gadget. Go to 3. Go to or 4. 4, 4, 4. And then push that down in the middle. Go back. I'm going to flip it this time. I'm going to flip it because in case it makes, look, my bow maker's falling apart. My nose is running. I'm having all kind of problems. All right, 4 again over here. 4 inches, I mean. All right, back in the middle. I'm going to turn. No, I'm going to let it go this way, this side. I just want the loops to go in a bunch of different ways. All right, 4 inches approximately. I think that's where I mess up with the whole approximately thing. Let's flip it again. 1, 2, 3. This will be my 4th loop over here. So going back to the other side. This takes a lot of ribbon. I'll watch. After going through all this, it'll be awful. Hi, Tammy. How many do I have over here? 1, 2, 3. This will be my last bow over here. Let's see, do I want the print side? Yes. So I'm going to twist it. I'm trying to make a bow, Tammy, in case you didn't. Where? Okay. 1 more loop here. And then going back over this side. And this is it. All right. Pushing it down. Now, where's my sharp scissors? Oh, this is a problem. Oh, here they are. Okay. Cut off my tails. I'm just going to straight cut them for now because I'll deal with them later. Oh my goodness. If this doesn't turn out, it's a big waste of ribbon. Okay. Now where's my little, there it is. Now I'm pulling up the ends of my, what's this thing called again? Zip tie. And we're going to see if we could lift this up. Hold on a second. Excuse me, my nose was running. I had to blow my nose quick. All right. Getting this under here. I'm going to get this zip tie started. Just enough to kind of hold it a little bit in place. And then I'm going to see if I can... I'm stuck on my bow maker. Oh, here it comes. Oh my goodness, look how thick that is. You guys, and come on, is that supposed to be like that? Oh well, let's see. Let me move this bow maker. Anybody's better than me, gal. I don't know. It's just so sad. All right. I don't know. I've seen your bows, gal. Unless you're buying them, they look pretty good to me. Okay, now I think the crucial thing here is the loops need to be the same on each side, and I think that's what was causing a lot of my problems when I was trying to make them manually. And I think another one of my problems was I wasn't getting them tight enough. And so then when I was on vacation at the beach, I was watching a YouTube video, and this lady said use zip ties. So off to the Dollar Tree I went to get a bag of zip ties, and boy, she was right. You can really get them super duper tight, like tighter than if you tried tying something. Hold on, let me grab, I want to get this. Look at me with my tools. All right, so I have little, I don't know what these are, but little pinchy things, plier type thing, that I could try to get that even tighter, because my fingers couldn't even grab it. I think that's as tight as it's getting. Now, let's see if I could get this to look like a bow. All right, so here's my towels. I'm worried about them last, I think. Then I'm just going to separate out my, separate and fluff. And do like alternating. So there's burlap, there's buffalo. Buffalo, burlap. Burlap, buffalo. Hey, this might not turn out too bad. I'm not too unhappy with that yet. All right, this side, do the same thing. I'm gonna do separate and fluff. Separate and fluff. And by fluff, I'm just like opening up the loops. That's it. That's all I'm doing. And then this way. So there's my big loopy. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Not the best, for sure, but not horrible. If any of my bow making friends are watching, how'd I do? All right, like Melissa, are you watching? My sister Jane, she makes bows. So I'm doing the dovetail on my tails. And I'll do the same on this one. Hey, I'm getting better at this. I don't think any florist would hire me, but they're passable. Okay. So there's my loopy bow. I like the two-toned look. All right, what do you think? Not bad. I am going to turn on my glue gun before I forget. My trusty glue gun. I am quite happy with this, you guys. Let's see how it all looks together, though. All right, so here's my board. It's dry. My glue gun's heating up. It's got some old dried up glue on it. I don't know if that matters, but things are dropping everywhere. And it's gonna go together like this. Line up my holes. And it's gonna go like that. What do you think? I think more of the, I love it. I can cook a bow tie pasta. That's a good one. That's funny. That's funny. That's a good one. But now I'm serious. This here, I can't recommend this enough because look, and it's not any old easy bow maker. It's the deluxe. I think that might be the secret. And I'm losing dowel rods from it, but it still works. I recommend it for the bow challenged. Like me. Is this, oh yeah, look. My glue is like dripping out. Okay, so before I get glue everywhere, holy heck. This glue's just coming right out of there. I want to line the holes up, move my Chalk Couture thing, and then, is this, what do you think of this placement, guys? Because it's going to be glued together. It's going to be hot glued. I think there's enough of the board peeking out from underneath. I'm going to go with this placement. So, to attach them, I'm just, oh sure, when I want the hot glue, you won't come out. But you'll stand there dripping all over my table. Excuse me while I talk to my glue gun. Oh, there we go. Now it's gonna work. I mean, this is nice that it's a battery, but whew, man, that thing gets hot. Hot, hot, hot. It's no joke. All right, so that, because it's made to like work with wood because of, you know, it's a Reusable. And I'm not gonna turn it off quite yet. I'm just gonna make sure. Now, I didn't bring any clamps upstairs with me because I didn't think that far ahead. But that would probably be a good idea, is to clamp these down till that, but glue, the hot glue doesn't take long at all to dry. But, and you know, and if this is going to be going outside, you know how sometimes hot glue isn't your friend when it's hot or cold. So you might want to use some other kind of adhesive, depending on how you're going to use this door tag. And then all I have to do is cut off my, what's that called? Zip tie. Why do I have trouble with that word? I'm going to cut off my zip tie down low. And then I need a hanger. Well, what do I want to do? I could use this. Let's see. How am I doing this? Yeah. So I'm putting a loop through that big hole and then just going to take these ends of the jute through. And then I'm going to tie a loop up here. So that'll be my hanging loop to actually hang it from. And then my bow is just going to be ornamental. So I'm going to put a big glob of glue back there and hope it doesn't come through onto my fingers because I'll scream. And fluff up my pretty bow while the glue's drying. Then it's done. Like it? I do. I have to work on the bow. I have to do some fluffing. You know, now that it's glued on there and I smushed it and all of that. I will work on that bow some, but it's not bad. And I've got a hanger on it. Cute, right? So fast and easy. And this is nice change from a wreath, don't you think? Think of the possibilities. Oh my gosh, with all the designs from Chalk Couture, you could do a door tag for every season. I'm going to turn my hot glue gun off. Every season, you could make one and change it up every week because we have so many designs. But isn't that neat? And you know what? If you get that, you just get a couple of transfers and your friend gets a couple of transfers and you mix and match and you just have door tag making parties with each other. I think that's really cool. Plus, think of all of the gifts you can make too. It is so versatile. I'm making, oh, you better believe that there's going to be a Thanksgiving one. There's going to be a Christmas one. There's going to be a Halloween one. There's going to be a Valentine. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be cutting out a lot of these tags because it's an easy cut. An easy cut. And I think that you can get them they're just a couple of dollars. And I think there's even sellers on Etsy that you look for laser cut tags. Laser cut wooden tags, thin wooden tags. But I think Hobby Lobby, they're just like $3 or something like that. Yeah, it is very versatile. Let me show you what I did earlier today. Did I show you? I don't think I showed you the whole thing. But when I was at the beach, I did this Volkswagen bug on the bottom of this board. And I'm like, what am I going to do with that? Volkswagen bug. So I decided that I wanted to try out the leaves. The fall leaves today. It's a transfer. And there's 3 or 4 different leaf patterns and they're layered. Aren't they awesome? And so I just mixed up chalk paste colors, like put little globs of different like fall colors and then just mixed them up when I squeegeed them on. It's called hot mess method. And I'll show you that sometime. But that was real, but I thought that was so cute. And I've talked about this before. I'm talking too much, but I've talked before about how Chalk Couture is so on trend. They're more on trend than I am. Because when I first saw the VW bug, I'm like, what's that about? Guess what? Now, all over the place, I'm seeing t-shirts, sweatshirts, bugs everywhere. Why is that? I love that. I love that they're so on trend. And like I said, more on trend than me. And now I'm seeing them with pumpkins on the roof and Christmas trees and Christmas packages. We have transfers that fit add-ons to this bug that you could add a Christmas tree. You could, so cute. I'm going to do a sweatshirt. That's what I want to do. It's so cute. I know everything. Cassie, oh my gosh, I just got a shipment yesterday. I'm expecting another one tomorrow of all of the new transfers. I can't open them fast enough and do them fast enough. I'm just so excited. So excited. Like, I'm going to show all the new Christmas stuff. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sharing. If you shared, I really appreciate that. If you're not in my VIP group, where is it? Tell me, add me. Just say add me. And I'll get you the invitation into there. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, a good way to try Chalk Couture is with the subscription service called Club Couture. $19.99 a month gets you an exclusive B-size transfer along with 3 chalk paste singles delivered to your door every single month for only $19.99 free shipping. It's exclusive to the club. No one else gets that transfer. Well, I get it, but I don't get the 3 chalk paste singles like you do. But what you'll also get is an invitation into my exclusive Club Couture Facebook group where I go in there live 3 times to show you 3 different ideas of how to use the cutest transfer. Oh my gosh, they're so on trend. They're seasonal. They're whimsical. They're conversation starters for sure. I love them. I think they do a great job with them. And when you sign up, you will have the option of adding the Club Couture Kickstart kit. It is optional. You do not have to get this, but I recommend it because you get those tools. You get my favorite tools, the squeegee and the multi-tool. You get 2 surfaces. Oh, that Aiden board, that thick white distressed frame on that black steel magnetic chalkboard is amazing, reusable. And then the board and base, that's reusable also. It's double-sided. It can go up and down like you see it there. It could also go landscape-wise. And then you get a jar of white chalk paste, and you get a magic, well, it's not a magic eraser, but it's like that. It's a a board eraser. Okay, Chalk Couture's brand. So if you would like information on that, tell me club, and I'll get you that information. Yes, I'm glad it came to Canada too. I really, really am. Okay, so that is it. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching. And if you would like information about maybe just like jumping on board with me and joining my team, I make a really nice income with this, with Chalk Couture, doing what I love, making pretty things. That I did this for years as a blogger, and now I pretty much exclusively use Chalk Couture for making pretty things. That's what I do, and I get paid to do it. So if you want more information about that, just tell me biz, and I'll get you some information on that. No obligation, just information. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Well, I'll be back earlier in the day tomorrow because I have a meeting tomorrow night. So I will be back in the afternoon. Okay, see you then. Bye.